Okay, I think we're going. Ready to go, Percival?
Well, what exactly is monetizing? Do I get some sort of a compensation for my action?
Well, yeah, we're a little ways off from monetizing. That would mean, getting money from the ads that run during my show. I don't even know if they run ads during my show, but um, yeah, we're a little ways off on that. I think the best we can hope for is maybe some liquor sponsorships, huh? Huh? Maybe Roku
Roku arigato!
could hit us up. So I've had a couple of people, not regular viewers, mind you, complain about me drinking on the show. But all my regular viewers know that that's part of the show. You might actually get a good recipe over there on the Twitter afterwards. um, this is a dub Treo, Treo. So I'm going to tell you a little story. Friday night, I'm watching one of the movies that I need to write up for the season finale. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a couple of these. And I had bought this, Kraken 94. And I thought, okay, that's a little bit too much. I want to be able to write up the movie when it's over. So I opt for the silver rum. And yeah, a couple of these, and then I had I don't know, maybe an Alaska or something, and then I had a couple of tequila aviations, which I've really taken a liking to. And god damn, I can't even read my review. I'm gonna need help. I can rewrite it. I've seen this movie probably a dozen times. So I just went ahead and made that with the Kraken tonight, and let me tell you, that's much better than the silver rum. That vanilla from that dark Kraken, and it didn't really change the color that much. I mean, it's got sweet vermouth in it anyway. A little Aperol, that's what makes it red. Yeah, that's delicious with that Kraken 94. So they could sponsor me if they wanted to. I'll keep buying their little jugs with their handles. All right, tonight we're going to California. Now, when I was 14 or 15, 1981. Oh, I turned 16 in 1981. When I was 15, we up and moved from here, Murray, Utah, where I attended Riverview Junior High, to Riverview, Florida, just outside Tampa. And yeah, there was surfing in the Gulf. The surf culture, however, was not the same as what we saw in the movies. Not like, and not even just the movies, but like what we saw from Californians, that moved here, Salt Lake City. And I don't know, California and Hawaii just seem to be like the have a stronger surf culture. I mean, I surfed and boogie boarded and stuff in the Gulf of Mexico. Don't at me. But you are much more likely to get attacked by a shark in the Gulf of Mexico. So take that, California. But tonight we're going to talk about California and some surfer dudes. Well, at least the beach. I don't know that these guys actually surfed, but look at that. Blue Summer. This is your drive-in TNA movie, right? Young bodies on the prowl. And they pay by the mile. Remember when you could like hitchhike and stuff? I haven't picked up a hitchhiker since like 1993 or something. And even then it was like crazy that a girl was hitchhiking. I don't know if I'd pick up a guy. He might be a serial killer. Well, a girl might be a serial killer too, but she was tiny and I could probably overpower her. Okay, Alan Shackleton presents a film by Chuck Vincent starring Darcy Hollingsworth, Bo White, with Joanne Sterling, Melissa Evers, and Chris Jordan. Original music by Sleepy Hollow. I'm going to have to look for the soundtrack to this. In color. Because it's the 70s. Boom. Okay, 1973, Vincent Productions. Director Chuck Vincent. I put here starring Davy Jones. Oh, not that Davy Jones. I don't know what Davy Jones I was talking about. I'll be sure and make fun of it in the ads. Darcy Hollingworth, some guy who can't spell bow. And a girl who looked like a young Rosanna Arquette, but wasn't. Okay, Tracy. Mr. Unisex name there. both his character and Darcy. Tracy Hollingsworth and Jean B.O. pack up their shit and head out on an end of summer trip before they start college, you know. In a beat-up Dodge van decorated with flowers and butterflies and dubbed the Meat Wagon. I wonder why they called it that. They roll out onto the highway. I'm not going to sing. That was closer to me, Miami. At least I think that was on Miami. Remember when Tommy Bolin was in the James Gang? After Joe Walsh departed? Y'all remember that? No, you don't. Okay, they got their loudspeaker. Yeah, they can like broadcast like a couple of Budweisers and a load of Carling Black Label. Now I know you hipsters in your fucking blue velvet Pabst Blue Ribbon. We'll get to that. But Carling Black Label out of Canada, I believe, was still the shit 10 years later when I was in high school. Yeah, we were drinking that. Okay, back to the story. While trucking along, they pick up a couple of girls, a skinny brunette and a curvy redhead. Curvy and mouthy redhead. Imagine that. The four then save a stranded biker with some gasoline. And nobody's headed any particular place, so they decide to camp out for the night. Tracy with the brunette, and Jean there with red. After the girls leave them, Yeah, they just up and take off. You know, it's like spring. This is like spring break, kind of. Summer break. They hear music. Well, where's that coming from? Hear that over Fro? Grandpa Willie. They find this hippie dude with a couple of topless girls, and hippie dude's like, yeah, come on over, join the family. Gene and Tracy share the girls, and then they move in the tent. Come morning, the boys up and leave the hippie there sleeping soundly with his two girls. Next, they head into town, where a local tips them off about the town nympho, Regina. They buy more Black Label at the store there. They buy more Black Label, and they're off to find Regina. I'm not even going to say it. Then some other locals show up and steal their beer and their shot at Regina. Well, God damn it. They set up camp again by some lake, and Tracy heads into town to lather up some older woman that they asked for directions earlier, while Gene is surprised at the lake by fake Patricia Arquette. They hook up later, even though she won't tell him her name or where she lives or like anything at all. She rides him and leaves him scratching his head as she walks off down the road. Well, now it's time to go. We both drank about 100 Black Labels and have syphilis and the clap. Oh, and school starts Monday. The end. Summer after I graduated didn't go much like this. There was no van. There was no chicks. Wait. There was my next door neighbor's cousin. Okay. This was really just a softcore porno. Basically. I mean, plenty of boobies, hairy crotches, platform shoes. You know, the 70s. It was entertaining enough, though. For a drive-in skin flick. It was plenty entertaining. And I give it 3 rings. Triple X, I think is what I typed. And that's not the MPAA rating. Alright. Ooh, that's tasty. I might have one more of those, and then I'm not going to have as many tequila drinks tonight so that I can edit this. So, yeah. What'd you think, Percival?
Yes, I saw that same film on a flight, and people still walked out. It was bloody awful.
Come on, it wasn't that bad. All right. I have seen better movies. I'll give you that. Let's all go to the lobby and make ourselves a drink.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.